The air intake pipe has sucked in water. So I've had to move all the equipment that was lashed down the side here. Look at the damage, so I need to sand this back. You can see where this one's got wet. It is covered in salt. The heater is here. So this is a new heater, 2 servicing kits, 2 glow plugs. Good morning everybody. So I got into Nuuk yesterday afternoon. Messed about sorting out the harbour duties and that sort of stuff, and then got some dinner. By 7:30 I was out like a light in bed. Didn't stir, didn't wake up until 7:30 this morning when my alarm went off. So one hell of a solid sleep, feeling really good for it today. It is time to get cracking with fixing Yova. There are obviously some electronic and heating issues that it is high time we sorted out. It has now been nearly 3 weeks since I lost heating in the Arctic. I am very, very excited about the heater. It should be here any minute. Yeah, just clearing the space that I'm going to need to be working in whilst I wait for the delivery, and then it'll be time to try my very best to fix it. I am not a mechanic or an electrician by any means, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, and we're going to figure it out together. Okay, whilst I wait for the heater to get here, I'm just having a crack at sorting out this bow damage. So I've had to move all the equipment that was lashed down the side here. I've made myself a little access hatch through the netting. So here is a look at the damage. So I need to sand this back and get some epoxy primer on there, and it continues along the rub rail all the way back to the next stanchion for the next coat of paint. Ah, look at the state of me. You would assume Yova and I were back in the shipyard again. God. You've got to laugh about it, haven't you? Because if you didn't laugh, you'd cry. And crying doesn't really get us anywhere, although I seem to have done my fair share of it over the last month. I can't believe it's been a month already since across the start line. It's been 6 weeks since I left home. Yova and I have definitely had our fair share of trials and tribulations. So fingers crossed, once all of this is repaired and sorted and we're back on our way. Fingers crossed that our luck changes a little bit, hey? Okay, just giving it all a wipe off with some acetone. I need to get a coat of 2-part epoxy primer on that as quickly as possible because it looks like it's about to start raining. I could really do without it raining on bare steel. It's my little mixing station. So 2-part epoxy primer. Laundry I'm going to take into town because obviously I've got no heater to dry it all with at the moment. Right, it's by no means perfect, but it's just the first coat. So I've got that all covered up now with epoxy primer. I'm going to wait for it to set and then come in with a second coat. And the same all the way along the top of the railing, where it got all of this too. Yeah, so not too bad. Little patch job. Okay, so now I need to clear the area I'm going to be working whilst I sort the heater out. And then I need to go and get an extension lead for my shore power cable, where I'm rafted to a boat, rafted to another boat, and then to the jetty. The nearest electric box is 10 metres too far away from my electric cable. So I need to go and sort that out, because if we're going to be in here for a few days I could do with the shore power, to be honest. Okay, this is the current state of the boat. All of this equipment is what is normally stored in the spaces I'm currently trying to access. I've got every tool I could possibly think of set up as a little tool station on the engine bay. This is the access to the fuel tank, which has the pickup line for the heater. Got all of this side open because that's where the electrical cables are going to run through. And the heater should be here any minute. Yeah, sun's out now, so hopefully that primer is drying up. I can get another coat on a little bit later. Okay, courtesy of my wonderful sponsors, Kruger. The heater is here. So this is a new heater, 2 servicing kits, 2 glow plugs, and the fuel part. Now, before I make any mistakes, I'm going to phone everyone's favourite pirate, Rick, who is a certified heating installer, and just get the lowdown on do's and don'ts before I undertake this absolute mission. Okay, so I've got the Smurf suit on. It's always a good look. Let me show you the space I'm currently working in. The issue is I don't really fit in the locker. And this is the inside of the steering locker. This is the old heater that I'm trying to remove. This is the space I've got to work with. So there's not a lot of room to manoeuvre, which is making using any tools quite difficult. But we'll get there. Right, step one. Get the old unit out of the shitty locker. Success. So part of the issue with what's happened here is that the air intake pipe has sucked in water. So this is cracked anyway and in a bit of a sorry state for itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to go and find some ducting of the same diameter, or some hose of the same diameter if they don't have ducting here, in a much longer part, so that I can reroute this to somewhere else, so that when water gets in the locker, it can't get in that. I'm also going to build a little cover, little safety cover for the fan end, so that water can't go in there once the box is mounted back in here. Or at least that is the plan. We'll see whether it's as easy as it sounds. Okay, it is time to start trying to service the old heater, the original heater. So, very much one step at a time. I am taking pictures of everything, taking a bit out, taking pictures of everything, taking bits out, just making sure that I've got a reference for how everything goes back together, and also ringing Rick the pirate at every step to talk me through the next step. So here we go. So, if you've ever wondered what the heart of a diesel heater looks like, you can see where this one's got wet. It is covered in salt from being backfilled by our flooding. Absolutely filthy. And yeah, I'm going to have to service it, clean it up, and see if it goes again. Okay, slight change of plans. The new heater that I've been sent is a different model than the original heater in the boat, meaning that the servicing kits that have come with it are for the new heater, new model, not the original heater's model. So I can't service the old one. So essentially all I'm going to do is plug in the new one and hope that it works. So let's give it a go. Okay, so I've managed to get the new heater all plumbed in, all connected to the old systems. It does turn on and run up, but then I get an alarm about a fuel supply or pump. So that is tomorrow morning's job to go and investigate next. But the new heater is in situ, old one's moved out. Power supply to it is good, so we need to look at the fuel supply next. I just can't spend another minute inside that locker today. So it's coming up to 6 PM, been at it since 8 AM. That'll do for today, and see if we can figure the rest out tomorrow.